Ryan Davis. If you ever come to Berkeley, I will give you a hug. I love you, man.
Hey, still here at the Street Fighter Club. This time I have found Jared Ray of The Escapist and, more importantly, of the Giant Bomb community.
Yay!
So Jared,
go look at my page for the Matrix Online.
Yes, yeah, totally go do that. So Jared has been playing competitive Street Fighter for how long? Long time, right?
Very long time, since I was about 4 foot tall.
Since you were in the womb?
Yeah, I'm about 4'2" now.
So who is your favorite of the new people that they've added?
Of the new people?
What do you think of like the 8 that are in here now that weren't in the arcade?
Of the new people that are out there right now, I have to go with Rose.
Yeah?
I've been a Rose player. I played with Rose in Alpha 2 a lot. She feels pretty much the same thing as in Alpha 2, but it's just like, it's hard to compare the old games to Street Fighter 4 because there's so many, so many new mechanics to everything. But overall, she plays about the same. She still has the same really good normals. Duck Strong is still really good. Standing Roundhouse still has massive reach and really good priority. Everything, you cannot say a negative thing about Rose. She's got the goofy ass hair and the big thighs and dead ass.
Somebody like me who has been away from Street Fighter for a long time, it feels like they've changed a lot of stuff. But I mean, obviously you've been playing all the Street Fighters for a long time. Like which one Street Fighter do you think the fighting system in 4 most resembles? I mean,
I'd probably have to say Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no air blocking like Alpha had. There's no Alpha counters. There's no parrying. Instead, we have the focus attack, which isn't quite fair to say it's a parry. It's kind of the all-encompassing move. Like, you can kind of parry with it like Street Fighter 3, but you can also use it to counter, kind of like Street Fighter Alpha. It has its own kind of style to it. But overall, it's definitely more like the Street Fighter 2 games. It really does come down to more of the old bread and butter stuff that you may have been used to back in the early 90s. The biggest thing I can attribute to that is that jumping is now risky again. In Alpha, if you jumped in and someone was going to attack you, you could block it. You can air block it. In Street Fighter 3, if you knew someone was gonna wake up Shoryuken or something, you could parry in the air, and there was really no risk to it. Where in Street Fighter 2, if you jumped in and you weren't safe, you were gonna eat something. It didn't matter if it was a Shoryuken or even just something like Guile's Duck Fierce or something. Like, you were gonna eat something if you weren't safe or if they were expecting it. So that's really the one thing that kind of ties Street Fighter 4 the closest to the old Street Fighter 2 game.
All right, so last thing, I'm gonna give you a chance to talk some unopposed trash.
Oh no.
Your Zangief versus Jeff's Honda. Who wins?
Oh shit, my Zangief! I'm sorry, Jeff. I mean, I love you. I'm willing to train you. We have an old saying in the Street Fighter community, which is don't talk shit unless you can back it up. But I'm still not gonna talk with shit.
Hey, I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, Capcom's Seth Killian, S-Kill himself. How's it going, dude?
It's going great. It's going great.
So where are we and what the hell is going on in here?
You're in an anonymous basement. I don't know what to say about it. I don't even really know what this place is, but they let us set up some Street Fighter machines in here, and this would be the 3rd installment of what we're calling our Fight Club. So we did one in LA, we brought it out to Brooklyn and New York, and now we're coming home to San Francisco.
This is the first time, at least that I have seen, this is basically the complete build as far as I can tell. It's like the full roster is selectable, all the backgrounds seem to be in. You've been pretty damn instrumental in the design of this game. I don't know if you guys know this, but the end boss of Street Fighter 4 is named after this guy. So how are you feeling about all the characters that you guys added to the home version? Do you feel like they were the right ones to put in? How are people receiving them?
I've been really happy so far. So I mean, there's always people who are like, oh, I want Armika, or where's my T-Hawk, or something like that.
Nobody wants T-Hawk, come on.
I got one email. But that guy it was a long email.
What's your favorite home-specific feature that's been added to this version?
Well, there's of course the sort of arcade style, you can be sitting around and playing arcade mode. and somebody can challenge you while you're playing, just like you're at an actual arcade machine, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So you can actually play, instead of just like waiting around for a match online, like waiting in a lobby, like, you know, you can just play the arcade, you know, play the computer like you would normally, and someone can join in, which is great.
Wow, that's awesome.
There's also a really fantastic training mode that we've been working on. It starts at really very basic moves, sort of like normal moves, and then specials, and then how to cancel regular moves into specials and ultra combos, and goes all the way up. So I guarantee advanced players will have a significant challenge, as well as taking people who might have never played Street Fighter before through all the basics and really get your feet wet.
Okay, real quick, I have a little bone to pick with your namesake in the game. Jeff has been busting out his ridiculous Super and Ultra on me for the last 2 days. Like, what is like? So basically, like, he creates this vortex and you get pulled into it. Like, how? Like, what are the specifics of avoiding that? Like, can you jump over it? Can you block it? Is there some way to cancel it? Like, I get sucked in every single time so far. Like, give me some tips here.
Well, he is the end boss, so
yeah, granted, but
he's going to be a little bit powerful.
Yeah.
You can't air block it. You can jump over the cone of vortex.
Okay.
You can block it on the ground, but basically, yes, it's a very good Ultra.
It's a
You'll
big
find
pain in the ass.
we nerfed the damage a little bit, so it's not as damaging as some of the other Ultra combos, because Seth is a very powerful character.
Okay.
But in the tradition of great Street Fighter bosses, he's a bitch.
It's kind of a pain.
Yeah.
All right, so last question. Are you going to give me the cop-out answer on who your favorite character is and say Seth, or is it somebody from the old school, or what?
No, screw Seth. He's ridiculous. He's a clown.
Punk-ass bitch is what he is.
No, he's not my favorite. Right now I'm really loving Rufus and also Goken of the new characters.
Okay.
Goken's really cheap and has a lot of great stuff, so I love being cheap in Street Fighter, and Goken's got a lot of really nasty tricks.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
Cool. All right, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cool. Whoa. Hold up. I forgot one thing, all right? You can't go anywhere yet. So the one thing that I know a lot of other people want to know about is the sticks. I mean, obviously you guys worked with Mad Catz and made these badass sticks for Street Fighter 4, but the thing I keep hearing is they're not even out yet, and like the pre-orders are done. Like, you can't get them now. Like, what's going on with those things? Did you not make a lot of them, or are they super popular? Or are there going to be more coming?
These sticks are very close to my heart. I gotta say, I own, I think, 30 joysticks myself. I've been building them for a long time. This is the best stick on the market. You can ask the top pros, you can ask newbies. They made a good number, but they didn't believe me when I said, no, trust me, these will sell.
Yeah.
And so now they're going to be making more.
Okay.
But yes, they are sold out almost everywhere. Everyone, has been everybody that touches them writes a great testimonial, and so people know that this is a really fantastic stick for anybody that wants to sort of step their game up or get a little bit of that arcade flavor at home.
Okay.
So they will be making more,
right.
but any place you can find them, even if you don't play Street Fighter, buy it, sell it on eBay. You'll make money.
There you go. All right, so that's the thing we wanted to hear. You can still get one if you didn't get one yet. So, all right.
I love you, man.